All right, as we continue on. Now, with the Archangel stock, bent bolt, the way the bolt's cut, it won't close. Notice a little gap there? Well, I've already started the inletting process. It's not much. I put the bolt down, did a little Sharpie pen, boom, 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 and that marked where I needed to grind. So right now, we're grinding. And we're almost there. See that? Still have a couple more millimeters till it's fully closed. So, took my Dremel. Little barrel works perfect. Now mine, it has a slight angle. Where it technically meets is straight up and down, but I have a slight angle. So, I'm putting mine at a slight angle. Instead of here, I'm doing a little there. And basically it'll be about up and down. So just go slow, gentle, easy. Now you notice the Archangel plastic, if you go slow, you'll get more of a grinding effect. If you put your Dremel on high, you'll get a melting effect. Like I said, just go slow, easy. The faster you go, the messier it will look. And we'll actually get very close just with this barrel. Now I'm just slightly moving so we don't get ground to its particular shape. Not bad. How are we? Nope, a little more. Alright, I gotta go a little more vertical. Okay, you get the idea, so we won't drag on too far. It's got a little wobble to it. Let's reseat. Very good. Okay. Don't be afraid to reseat your tool. Words to live by. Ooh, very close. Alright, that's enough for now. I'll finish this out and you can see it later. See ya. Alright, we're working on the barrel enlarging. And this has taken quite a while. What I use is whatever's laying around. Piece of PVC for one diameter. I've used a gun oil bottle. Wrapped. Works pretty well. Take your time. Go easy. And it comes out pretty good. Now, for a standard Mosin barrel, you don't have to worry about that. Where's the standard? What do we got here? Here's... Oh, alright, there's a 9130 barrel, which fits in pretty good. Here's one from Finland, a little bit thicker, which would have fit in that stock, no problem. But, you know me, I have to... This massive UK 59 machine gun barrel. So we have to do substantial inletting. Where's that standard Mosin barrel? There we go. just to give you a little better comparison. So you can tell, oh, there's going to be a little bit of difference there. So we sand a little bit, then we put it in. What we're going for is a free floating. Here's front mount, ooh, down in that mount. Now free floating, this part will not touch the stock. So we take a piece of paper. See, not going very well in there. Still have some more to go. Put that to the side, and we will continue on with our sanding until we have it free floating. All right. All right. Now we're working on the receiver for the ultimate monster Mosin build. Now this receiver is a World War II, which are really easy to tell by the rough machining marks. It just had to be accurate inside. Here's our receiver. Now I've already finished up the receiver on the inside a little bit, just enough to give it a little smoothness. I can't take it all out or it won't be accurate anymore. This just enough to give a little shine on the surface. Now, as far as all the rough machining marks, no. I'm going to leave them all in. Just the slightest smoothing on it, preparing to our rock solid scope mount, but this is more a tribute to the Russians. I'm leaving these marks. They left these marks in because Hitler was knocking on their door to kill them. They had to get these out and into the hands of the soldiers. So this is a tribute to them. So I'm using my little brass brush here on the drill press, just slow. I'm getting rid of all of the leftover paint, crud, if you could even call it bluing. Like I said, I'm going to leave the marks more as a salute to the Russians. Now here you can see I've already experimented. I will re-blue this. I just tried some new bluing and I'm pretty happy with it. That was just one dab, about 30 seconds worth, rinsed off. So, after a few coats of that, when I'm done, it should look respectable. Now I tried the bluing on the barrel, but the barrel is kind of a funky metal. I don't know if it's high nickel content. Not sure what they did with it. But it's not going to take the bluing as well, so I'm going to leave that shiny. The receiver, we will put that deep blue. So when I see all the machine marks and it looks rough, no, it's a tribute. It was done on purpose. So, all right, on to the next step. All right, pretty much done brushing the receiver. Got all the old bluing, painting, whatever was used. Now it's pretty clean. Now for our next step, we're getting ready for our scope mount. I want to get all the drilling, tapping, everything done before I go with the bluing. Now the trick is to mount this beautiful rock solid dual Picatinny scope mount on this nasty machining. It goes like this, 2 screws on this forward part, 1 in the back. Get a little better lighting there, and then 1 goes back through here, thus creating that rock solidness 3-point scope mount. But like I said, the trick is, see all that light between there? Yeah, I gotta match all this up, and then we'll use some bedding compound. I may settle with the J&B weld as a bedding compound, of course using a release agent. We'll keep you updated as this mounting process goes on. Alright, we've got it in the vise. We're doing our final alignments. And that's looking pretty good. Of course, we want it square. Bottom of this receiver mount and the top of this Picatinny rail should be parallel. And son of a gun, it is. Alright, we're ready to drill. Alright, we're ready to drill. Now, I'm using a number 11 just to give a little hole. Then we'll put a number 21. And of course, always use a little cutting oil. Okay, got our hole started. Now we'll switch. Alright, now we switch to our number 11, which is the final hole size. Gonna retighten. Retighten, and I'm going to increase the belt speed a little bit. It's kind of a slow speed. And this is a small hole, so we'll up the ante a little bit. There we go. Looks good, looks good. Oh yeah. And I also noticed it's kind of slow getting in there. Let's check the condition of this. Looks alright, but we'll switch to a new one. There we go. Alright, let's try that again. Tight, hole aligned. Cool. A little cutting oil. You can use regular oil if you have to, but the cutting oil's got more stuff in it. It doesn't burn up as fast. Alright, you ready? Let's do it. I'm going to slow that down just a little bit. That's almost too fast now. I don't want to burn everything up. Down one notch.
Don't burn it up.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. That could be it. Don't be afraid to hit it with extra oil. Something's moving here. Something is not locked in tight. Alright, I gotta check something out here.
Check it.
Something is loose.
Something's loose.
So when in doubt, go back through the steps, check your equipment, make sure everything is where it should be. Alright, got everything fixed here. As it turns out, it wasn't the setup, it was my drills. See that? That's a standard high-speed drill. This Mosin receiver, World War II, like I said before, just extremely hardened. Their metal mix must have just been a little too much nickel or chromium, whatever they did. Hard metal. So I had to go down and get a cobalt drill. Notice I don't say drill bit. We have a drill motor and a drill. This is a drill. Anyway, I've got the cobalt, And now that goes through. No muss, no fuss. And now I'm finishing up the third hole. There we go. Easy there. Nice and easy, steady, not too much force, precise. And we're through. There we go. Golden. Now, some people would leave it just like that, drilled. I do one final step just to make things easier when I go to tap this hole. I'm going to go back with my number 11. And it's just almost like a countersink.
Special option, 12
Just a touch. And I'm going to do another little trick here. Alright, just a little touch. That's it. Now another little trick I do.
And one of the American guys spoke their language, interpreter did, and he's like, "Oh, we can't do that." He's like, well, "We don't have those."
Is run your tap
Afghanistan. We're here to shoot and kill.
in the drill.
And all of a sudden, you hear the radio just lighting up like Christmas. Just
Now it's going to slide a little bit. There we go.
And he's like, just took out
Because it's so slick.
4 cars. Well, I mean,
Tighten it up hard.
shit.
Now before you get all crazy, no, I'm not going to turn the drill on. Here we go.
We were like,
This is just so I'm all perpendicular.
listening to it on this radio. And
Little
we're-
cutting oil.
And we're tagging on the screen where they're shooting at. And we're like,
Here we go. Ready? Now just a little pressure on the handle. Go easy. I'm only applying about 1 pound, 2 pounds on the
the
handle.
middle of our base had the largest fecal pond in the world.
Now when you do this, you want to make sure you don't have chatter.
Fecal.
That's what I thought you said.
Yes, we called it poo-poo
It's
pond.
called Poo Poo Pond.
So when you flew in,
When you
we
flew
had our
in.
air base. When you flew
Alright,
in,
it's sliding. But I'm pretty well started.
and our airstrip is
There we
about
go.
as far as you can get from Poo-poo.
I'm started.
It's about as far as you can go. So
Opposite.
you would smell it as you were
All
flying
right.
in to land
While you're still on.
while
You
you're
know.
still on. And
You're
then
like,
they open
what
the
is
door
That's-
and you're like,
I'm done. So I can move this. There we go.
C-17.
There we go. I just needed some room here.
And you walk through, and you have this pavilion area, this boardwalk area where we have shops and restaurants. And you just see it, and it's like our first impression when we got off the plane, we were like,
Lower that down.
how can you eat that?
Saturated and you don't smell it.
Exactly, because no lie, 3 days
There
later.
we go. Give me a little more room there. Sweet.
But you couldn't, because once you were there and you kind of got used to it.
Now I need
you kind of really
tap handle. There's widen this out.
run around the perimeter of the installation, and you had to run by Cooper Pond.
Or drive by it.
Oh my God, and you're like this, trying to run.
Tap handle.
For like,
So they don't have treatment.
They
plants
do.
that just pump that stuff in.
There we
and they
go.
had aerators in the.
Now, it's getting pretty tight.
Fred and
Gonna back out a little bit. A little more oil. Go easy. Like I said, this metal is tough.
Most of those people
And you can
they
snap a
have
tap.
toilets in their homes.
And if you snap a tap, it's over.
I don't know.
I snapped a tap once in one of these. 4 hours with a diamond burr to remove that broken tap. 4 hours of tedious
You're not seeing the sea
work.
shooting.
But it worked. Saved the threads. Was able to use that hole. Everything came out, but what a delay.
We did
What
a lot
about-
of 5Ks there.
Alright, back off again.
If What about
So,
if
5 what?
she found it online somewhere?
Ship it here, I charge $20 for the
What
transfer.
you do in
Glad to
your
help
spare
anyway.
time?
Don't be afraid to hit it with more
What would she
oil.
need to get done online?
I was growing up, so I couldn't drink beer.
And, depending on where you get it, some places already have my devices.
Like I said, if you hear any tap 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 chatter, back off.
Send your payment by
Be
check.
very careful.
Money order,
That's the point where it's going to break.
NFL.
Okay.
Email it to
Where are we in here?
for emails.
you have to find your own.
All right. We're pretty well through. We're just chasing threads.
Not here.
Down in 2000.
Yeah.
I said, you know, our relationship's like I got almighty, and you don't look like God Almighty. You can't tell me I can't have sex with my own husband.
All right. That's it.
I'm not basically
On to the next step.
opportunity.
All right, progress report on the Mosin build. I still have more details to do, but I assembled it just to give you a little peek of the goodness to come. Nice 11 degree. Still have to polish the barrel. Scope mounted real nice. It was a pea picker. We've got a millet, 6 by 25 by 56. Quite a hunk of glass, and it's really actually pretty clear glass. It is beautiful. All right, we got this little bipod on here. No exposed springs. Left the machining marks. Like I said, minimal machining to this barrel. Wanted to stick to its roots to show you that yes, this is actually a Czech UK 59 machine gun barrel. Same with the World War II receiver. Left all the machining marks as a testament to those Russians. Now, I'll be stripping this down. I'm going to blue the receiver. I'm going to leave the barrel shiny. I did a little test spot on the barrel with some bluing. That didn't do so hot. Now we have the Timney trigger, and it's actually set at about 3 pounds right now. And I'll work that down to about 2.5. Still have to polish the bolt. It's pretty rough in there, and a little more polishing inside the receiver. But so far, so good. So that's the progress from the build. And it continues. Oh yeah, and as always, drink more shine and eat more bacon.